when you're an athlete, and probably as a bowler, the highs and lows, there can be quite a big separation between the highs and the lows. And so when you do come down, you have to be able to prevent yourself from falling even further, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Here we go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day one of official 4-score bowling here at the TOC. Started on lane number 30, and coincidentally, it's the same pair that my banner is on down there, so maybe that's a good thing, a good sign of things to come, starting on the pair with your own banner. The format is, it's going to be a long day today, so we have 6 games for the first session, and we have a small break. Come back this evening for another 6 games, and then that will be both first and second round of qualifying, with a third round of qualifying tomorrow morning. So today's a big day. Yeah, you can't win it today, but you can definitely lose the tournament. So like I said, my strategy from yesterday is going to be coming into full effect. Start off a little simpler, maybe a little smarter. I want to try to keep as far right as I can for as long as I can before it's time to make that big move to the left. Throw some curveballs down there later on. Hopefully, really pop a few big numbers today. I got a pretty good cross. I'm bowling with the one and only Parker Bone, the third. I'm also bowling with BJ Moore, who is fantastic. I'm bowling with JR Raymond, who also has a little YouTube channel, so go and check that one out. And myself. So 4 guys, 1 lefty, and that's a pretty good cross. So good conversation, hopefully, and let's hope all of our names go off the leaderboard at the same time. That'll be good. But we are moments away from roll call. I've still got to get my shoes on. I've still got to get some balls out of the paddock. Keep watching. Wish me luck. End of the first game wasn't the best. That's okay, it's game 1, it's a long tournament. Definitely need to stop leaving 8 pins and 4 9s. And now I'm going to make a bit of a move on the lanes. I just went to a stronger ball, to a reality. I've moved in a little bit. Still looks a little bit funny down the end of the lanes, that ball. So it's either going to be a move with my feet or another ball change. So just need to stay patient. Even though that first game annoys you, you have to be able to let it go as quickly as you possibly can. Alright, a little better. Slowly getting better.
Can I get your ball, Jay?
Thanks, man.
down on it, right?
Yeah. I'm more thinking about ball speed. I don't know if it's meant to be firm. I don't know if it's meant to be slow. I threw a couple that was slow and it seemed to dig into the ground early and then move down lane. But then when I throw it firm to get it through it, I don't see that motion down lane. Well, not a good game 3. Quite a bad one, actually. But you know, the last game was pretty good. Didn't get the breaks. Threw it good, and now we just got to try to save the day with a couple of good games. So here we go, all or nothing right now. Well, the last 2 games were a little better. So, again, it's all or nothing this game. Got to find a ball that will actually give me a string of strikes. And I think I got to try to find a way to save the last game so I can come in tonight with a little confidence, bowl a really good set tonight, and then that way, when I go to bed, it'll feel a little better. But we need this one to strike right now, and then I'll feel good. I feel ready to hit this pair. One. I felt like if that one struck, we were on. Now, I don't know if it wants me to make a move or... That was pretty good. It looked good all the way until the 10-pin stood. Alright. Try again. Okay, so set 1, 5 okay games, and 1 pretty bad one. And it's not easy to kind of come back to the hotel, to leave the bowling center when you feel like you definitely underperformed. And it's also difficult when you know you've got to come back in a couple of hours, do it all over again, and now you've got a big hole to climb out of. I think when I look back through some of the moments in my career, these are the types of moments where you reflect on, and it tells you who you are. And so no matter what happens for the next couple of sessions, the way that I'm going to attack the lanes, the attitude that I bring to the lanes, that is what's going to be key for me tonight. When you're an athlete, and probably as a bowler, the highs and lows, there can be quite a big separation between the highs and the lows. And so when you do come down, you have to be able to prevent yourself from falling even further emotionally, mentally, and even physically. And so whilst it's hard, when I leave this hotel and I walk into that bowling centre, I have to start believing immediately that I'm going to still win this tournament. And so that's going to be the game plan. If I make good shots, if I use the right bowling ball, I'm going to win this tournament. So now, it's up to these two hands and the thing between my ears to make that happen. But like I said, I've looked back through my career and there are plenty of times where I've won tournaments where I didn't think most people would think he's not going to win from here. And so now this is just another story to add to that list of times. Now, it's easy to say it, but you definitely need a strategy. You need to figure out what's going on. So it's not just about believing it, it's also about strategizing and making sure that if you are going to execute, that you are doing the right thing. And so I look back at the games today, and there were a few games that, you know, I scored 200, but it felt like 250. But just because it feels like 250 doesn't mean it should be 250. And so there's something that my bowling ball is trying to tell me, and that when I'm in the moment this morning, I just wasn't recognizing it. Because as far as I was concerned, I was like, well, you hit in the pocket, you leave in a 7-pin, you leave in a 7-pin, you leave in a 9-pin, you leave in a 10-pin, you leave in an 8-pin, you leave all these pins, and you think to yourself, no, I'm doing the right thing. But if it's that often, you're not doing the right thing. And so I think tonight, the key is going to be two things. One, I think I need to make sure that I lower my ball speed just a little bit. I want to see the ball roll just a little earlier down the lane. And if I do hit the pocket, I don't really want the pins to be just flying around everywhere. I want to keep them a little lower. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I think the second thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to have to really make my moves faster. I think I got stuck trying to be too perfect, and I probably could have made some bigger moves faster, which would have let me get a little more comfortable a little sooner. Especially in that game 3, I think I was really caught between like 2 or 3 things, and I didn't really move my feet enough. I was just trying to manipulate the ball and I was trying to be perfect. And you know, some of those shots, even though they were splits, some of them I felt off my hand like that's what I wanted to do, and it just didn't work. And so again, that's the ball telling you the picture, like the ball speed's too quick. You threw it great, but you're just throwing it too hard. And so I think if I go in there with that idea, that strategy, and I walk in as if I'm the king, the scores will come. And in a 40-game tournament, or 40-plus game tournament, it's okay to have a bad game or 2 in there. I just can't afford any more. So it's time to get up, walk out of here, and begin my road back to the top of the leaderboard. Let's get it. First shot, I moved and threw it where I wanted it to, and I never did. That one I moved the zone right, but I got it going. I got it going right. But to me, that one worked out. It's my opinion. I don't think that had like the intention of coming back. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sure it was showing. I'm not sure it was showing that type of shape. Okay. so didn't quite go to plan in the first 2 games. But found a little something now, and so like we were talking about before, it's time to show everybody who I am. So one thing I won't do is I won't quit. Even when the pins don't look like they're falling, I'll still try to get every one I can get. We've got 3 games left. I need to bowl out of my mind, which I'm very capable of doing. So let's do it. Let's bowl out of my mind. Well, in the car. It's cold outside. It's cold inside the car. And it's pretty cold on the lanes. Not a good day. Not a good day. When you get a text message from your mother and it says, "Is everything alright? Are you okay? Are you hurt?" It's usually a pretty strong indication you're not doing so well on the lanes. I'll reply to you a little later, Mum. And so on a day like this, when you're pretty deflated, you're pretty frustrated, and you're a little annoyed, the best thing to do is eat a burger. So I'm gonna go get myself a burger, a really big burger, and then I'm gonna go straight to bed so I can sleep for the rest of the hours left that today holds, and then wake up and do it again tomorrow. We still have 6 more games, and mathematically I can still get there. I'm gonna have to be me tomorrow. I don't know who's bowling today, because it definitely doesn't feel like me. So maybe tomorrow when I wake up, I'll be me again.